Alright everybody, welcome back to my classic Fords. So as you see tonight, we have, or today I should say, we've got Porter and Blaze in the garage. We're going to try to start disassembling this car, take the hood off, take the fenders off. Let's see how much we can get done with these two little animals in here. What? What? You want that little lens? The lens?
Yeah.
Be careful with it, don't break it. Yeah, put them up. That's a good idea. Alright. Do you want to put that over there?
Oh, look at that car. Yeah. All over there.
Oh, all by yourself?
Yep.
Okay. You want me to hold your wrench?
Whoa!
That's a big bumper. Okay, let me show you.
I know how to do it.
You know how to do it? Yeah. A little bit more. You know what those are?
Yeah.
What are those?
Hard.
You're right, right? You're right. Alright, what do you got? What do you got?
You can take all that.
Alright. Well, we got that much done. Daddy finished the rest tonight, maybe? Alright.
Dad, we're gonna need the broom.
That was a challenge.
We're gonna need the broom.
We are going to need the broom. We're going to need to do a lot of cleanup.
Yep, can I do that?
Sure, you want to clean up?
Yep.
Alright, we're going to clean up, and I guess I'll try to finish the rest tonight by myself.
Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Clean it.
Alright, everybody. So, back in action tonight. This afternoon, I had the young fellow out here. The other youngest one, he was asleep, had a little nap this afternoon. So me and the oldest boy, we thought we'd come out, rip the bumper off, which you've seen that already. What I'm up to now, I'm going to take the hood off, I'm going to take the fenders off, probably going to take the strut braces off, start dismantling the front end so we can get a good look at how we're going to stretch it. What I had thought about doing, just kind of on the fly here, I might change my mind a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the body line out of the cowl, and then I will stretch the hood about 8 inches, and we'll continue this body line up to nothing on the edge of the hood, so then it'll match the new body line on the cowl. Then I think what we're going to do, haven't decided exactly, but I think we're going to drop the hood down to about here once we stretch it out a little bit. I'm toying with the idea of making the fenders flip up with the hood. Along with the fenders, I want to put about 8 inches in them right here. I'm thinking I want to cut them off here, drop the headlights down, and then pick the fenders up. Anyway, that's all to come. For tonight, what I'm up to, We're going to disassemble a little bit on the front so we can kind of see, you know, what we got to work with. Hopefully it's not rusty. All right, let's get at it. All right, so I'm thinking there's a couple springs down in there, and I'm sort of thinking once I take this hood catch off that maybe I can release that spring, or so it looks like. All right, so once that hood's pulled ahead, which I don't know why they wouldn't have made it just so it opened that far. God, that would be convenient. I mean, there's the, right about there is stock. You hit your head on it every time you get underneath of it. Which they easily could have made it flip that far ahead. I'll show you the springs I'm talking about. So down in here, that's where the springs are. They got kind of a nifty hinge set up on the bumper mount. So it's only got a hood catch on one side. And that was this little guy. We just unbolted that off the hood. Now we'll pull them two springs off. And once those are off, I'll close the hood back up. We'll take them two bolts out. Should be able to lift off the hood. All right, I'm thinking I want to keep these bolts because they are kind of a special little bolt. They have a 3/4 head and a 9/16 nut. The reason for that is they've got a really big shank, so they kind of fit those hinges really well. I don't know if we'll use those hinges or not. Just sort of depends on, well, a lot of things really. Kind of depends on how we end up shaping the front of the car. We won't really know that until start doing it. But it would be kind of awesome if I could just reuse those hinges. But all right, now that I have both of those off, should be just as simple as lifting the hood up and it should come off. A few spacers in there will fall out, but this is where having an extra set of hands would be kind of nice. But I don't, so this big heavy hood's going to be hard to pick up. If I can get it to stay away from that latch would be a good start. Okay, there's those spacers that I was talking about. And they are little brass shims, so definitely want to hang on to those. They kind of go with that hinge set. At least we don't have to worry about scratching the paint. I think we're past that stage of scratching stuff. Now, if I can do this without jamming my hands. And we forgot one vital step. We forgot the headlight wire. There's always something. Always forget something. Okay. Let's see if I can do this now with the headlight wires off it. Oh. This is quite a heavy hood. That's for sure. Definitely got some metal in it. Alright, so I thought I'd try my luck on spinning these out, and my first one came out pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to spin every bolt out that's going to come out easy. And we'll go from there. I figured if I start by taking all the bolts out that'll come out, you know, hopefully Hopefully they all come out, but if they don't, hopefully it's only one or two that are stuck. I'm hoping by using the impact gun, it seems a bit aggressive, but I'm thinking that it's going to snap them free and make them spin a lot faster. So I think it's got a better chance of them not getting stuck. Alright, so I'll go underneath now and see if I can knock those other ones out. Alright, there you have it. The fenders are off and the hood's off. Now, there was a couple bolts hidden underneath here, which was pretty normal. Which didn't see them at first, but I knew they'd be there somewhere. Just had to open the door, get at them. These two here were a real pain. Luckily for me, the inner fender is rusty anyway, and it was already kind of disconnected, so I just bent it out a little bit, reached in and grabbed what I needed to. Up here, this was a little bit of an issue. I tried turning the bolts out, and as you see, it just ripped a chunk out. Like, there's the fender. So it's a little bit rusty down in the corner, but that's okay. This side over here, same kind of story. There was a little bit of a nest in here. The fender was rotted off down here, so the bolts are still there. I didn't even have to take them out, it just fell off. Other than that, probably tomorrow night, I'm going to go ahead and start dismantling everything to get the engine out, get it out of our way. I'll show you the fenders right quick. They're definitely going to require some tender love and care. There's a lot of body fill, I would say, in the bottom. They look like they've been maybe repaired once. Other than up here, like we got a little bit of a rust problem up here. I actually had to cut those off with a zip cut. I'll show you a little bit more here in a second. Some of them I just snapped the heads off from underneath. I bent the fender right there a little bit, but nothing too dramatic. All along here looks pretty good to me. Down here is where, right here is where that nest is. That's where that is. It's a little bit rusty there. But again, not the end of the world. The fender overall is in pretty good shape. Especially considering that we're going to modify it anyway. So we'll just kind of deal with that little bit of rust. The other fender, it's in about the same condition. Down along here is a little soft. Back here, same thing. Right where the inner fender kind of met up with it, it's a little bit rusty. This valance panel is what I had to cut. You seen the spot in the fender where I zip cut it? I damaged this a little bit trying to get it off. Just when I ran the zip cut through it, I had to cut either the fender or the valance panel. So this just needs a little piece of steel back on it. Again, I wasn't terribly concerned about doing that little bit of damage. More importantly, I didn't want to bend my panels. So I'd rather put a cut in them than bend them and pry on them. Again, we're going to modify most of that stuff anyway, so it's not too big a concern. But it was a real pain to get them off, so I edited a lot of that stuff out so you didn't have to watch it. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you come back, and we'll try to get this engine out the next couple days, and then we'll be stretching the front of the frame.